Hey everybody, how you doing? I know it's pretty early in the morning or pretty late, depending on where you're coming from. Uh, Depending on where you at. Hey, hello Nora Lee. You guys gotta excuse me. I just did a purge for the leap year. Hey, what's going on, Daniel? I was meaning to do a video like this earlier, but I had some other things that I had to take care of, and I just want to let you guys. I just wanted to get this educational video up there, and wonder why. Excuse me. Listen, I've been purging since 12 midnight all the way up there. This is like a 4 hour meditation. I mean, it was hard on me, right? Because leap year is such an important day in the spiritual practice. People take it for granted. And this is the first time this is one of the only times that if you in the spiritual sense that you get to tap into that deep emotional energy, and you get to cure yourself from all those deep emotional sicknesses. Now, I don't want to sound like a Southern Negro preacher here, uh, but it has to be said. So I'm a Leo. So being a Leo, I'm partial to the sun and all that good stuff, sun and sun signs, etc. The Leo directly opposed Neptune uh, in some cultures. Me knowing that, I have to understand Neptune as it is and understand the Piscean energy as it is. And for all of us, I should say we need to on a daylight leap year. This is the one day where we need to devastate all ourselves from all of the emotions that the people around put on us, and try to meditate all the spiritual sicknesses away. It's a Y'all gotta excuse me, man. I say I've been sitting inside my circle, saged out, and I did that for 4 hours, and I'm now coming off drinking my spring water. And it got me wild, man. It got me wild. It kind of made me feel sick, like I want to throw up, sneeze, snot running down my nose. That's why I got the rag. Tears coming out of my eyes. It's just a purge. I was coughing and I was sneezing and my body was aching like it was like you had the flu, and just getting all that nonsense about you. As you can see, I'm wearing all white when I do those type of meditations. I wear all white, everything, because I want to be pure. But let me tell you guys something, man. Leap year is important. Leap year is an important spiritual thing. Put it like this. A leap year comes every 4 years. That's a quarter. That's every 4 years. That equals like 100%. 25, 25, 25, 25. Leap year comes every 4 years. On that fourth year, when leap year comes, good morning. You guys need to understand, when leap year comes, that entire day you need to really be purging yourself on an emotional level, spiritual, emotional, all of this crap that has dumped into you for 4 years via friends, family, baby daddies, baby mamas, wives, husband, all that sorrows, regret, all that hatred, dislike, love, and all that stuff that can make your energy sick. On leap year, you need to purge that shit up out you, because that's the one time that you are in direct connection with your emotion. Pisces, nobody can get in their emotions better than a Pisces. And then the universe allow you to tap into that deep, dark energy, that the recesses of your mind, down there where Olakun at, all your thoughts, all your fears, desires, and hopes. It allow you to get into that energy. And what you're gonna do when you're in that energy? People say, well, I'm gonna manifest this, I'm gonna manifest that. It's all cool. You manifest year round. You manifest every day of your life. But when it comes to this leap year, this is where you do your purge. This is where you get all of that, all of those relationships, all of those connections you made that stirred your soul, that made you sick, that made you angry, that made you hateful, that made you vengeful. You get down there and you pull all that shit up out you. You just get it out. And you say, God, forgive them who hurt me, and you just like you gotta forgive people with this Piscean energy, and you'll be surprised as you pull that shit up at you. That's right, Pisces moon. And by the way, it's raining. It's raining outside here in Orlando, right? And I put a big bucket out there, and I've been catching, rainwater. Granted, I don't have no funnel system, but with this rainwater, I'm gonna put it in a bottle. It may be something small because I don't know. I don't know how much the bowl is gonna catch, but I'm gonna take me a nice shower in it today. And well, when I take my shower before I step out, I'm gonna wash my hair and my beard and rub it all over my body the best I can. So, but yeah. So I'm gonna just go to what you should utilize. I'll tell it where you should utilize it. Utilize the leap year moon and the leap year energy. It's a purging, 100% purging. It's a purging, man. You have to purge on this day. This is the day where you get all that shit about you. You got to get it all. It's like fall. Consider yourself going to the ocean, bypassing your Maya to clean you up from all the shit that I came to the surface, and you have a direct access to go all the way down to Davy Jones' locker, to go all the way down to CO Lacoon, to go all the way down to the recesses of your mind, all the fictitious and everything else down there, and they give you a machete, and you can cut and hack all of the shit that's been buried in your soul, your spirit for 4 years. Leading up into the all the way up into the leap year. So after this 29th of February, you have another chance to just know that in 4 years you can blow that shit up out your ass. You can get it away from you. It'll make you sick if you do it correctly. And you have to meditate for 4 hours. I mean, you have to. I don't care if you make your circle. Yeah, we live. I don't care if you make your circle and you sit in it and you fall asleep in it. I don't care if you get a chair after you make your master circle, and I hope you guys know what a master circle is. If you don't know what a master circle is, don't be doing too much heavy magic, manifesting and calling in spirits if you don't know how to know which one you're talking to. But that's something different. I'm digressing here. But this is the time when you purge your ass off. And when I say purge, get it up out you. Get your hatred, get your fear, get your doubt, get all those connections you made with friends and family, the people who piss you off, your co-workers. You say, Lord, forgive them. You got to ask yourself, the God in you, to forgive those people, to release yourself from that burden. That way you can float back to the surface and your Maya could really clean you good. And I'm talking in I'm talking in an Orisha pantheon because that's what I know. I can go to the Kabbalah, to the Kabbalistic pantheon, but I don't think too many people get the gist of it. So I'm gonna go with the most notable I know via the all white with my leakies and everything. And I've had these leakies for a long time. Obatala, Elegiwa, Legba, So I don't want to keep repeating myself and saying the same thing because I want to give you guys something else. So let's talk about I apologize for that, y'all. My battery at 15%. I'm not gonna be on here long when I get on when we get alert. But where I was, I'm telling you, man, this purge did its thing. I feel so good. I was hacking up and coughing up. Good morning. So let me tell. Before we left off, I was talking to you guys about the sea serpent, the giant sea serpent, the mythical monster, the Leviathan, the one that controls our souls, the one that's over water. I guess the one that controls the deepest recesses of our mind, the one that's over water. We can actually go down. We can actually go down and conversate with that person. We can wrap that snake up. Let's call him Typhus. I'm gonna hit him with Greek mythology. I'm gonna teach you a little something. Let's go. You could go down there and you could grab Typhus, giant snake ass that's underwater, that's trapped underwater. You could grab him, you could lock him up, and you could force him to release you. Like all throughout the year, those 4 years, he binds us. He binds us. You can go down to his territory because that's when he's more vulnerable to us. And you could go down there and you could squeeze his fucking neck. And you could say, release your coils from around my physical form, my spiritual form and my physical form, because now this is an emotional game. And you go down there and he's going to be shocked to see you down there. And let's imagine, and imagine if 1 billion people on leap year around the world, because the hours change continuously, get in contact with their negative side, their dark side, all the hatred, fear. Man, you will abolish war. You will abolish war 100%. You go down there and you say, hey, Leviathan, emotional discord, distrust, hatred, envy, anger, I'm coming to you. I need you to release me on this day right here. This is the day I don't want your asses on me, your coils on me, your hands on me. Get out of my life, get out of my soul, get out of my relationships, get out of my spirit. Once you do that, I'm telling you, it'll be great. But, and I'm just babbling because I don't know why I even did this video, because I done came off a 4-hour meditation, man. I was sweating. I mean, I got on all white. I had to do the thing the proper way, and I experience this every 4 years, and it don't get any better. I don't get stronger. It don't help me. I don't know how to. I don't know how to control it so much on 4 years, because this is when I don't have control. This is when I'm going down there to tackle all the things that has pissed me off for the years, for the previous 4 years. I'm going down there to confront my deepest, darkest fears. I'm going down there to ask the universe to forgive those who have lied on me, who have hurt me, who have just all around been malicious towards me. That takes a lot of energy. That takes so much damn energy, man. If you don't get sick, you're crazy. If you don't get sick, catch a cold. If you do it right, if you don't get sick, catch it like a cold-like symptom, choking and dying from the smoke of the sage and the palo and the rosemaries and the dragon blood. That's my sage mixture. Oh, excuse me, y'all. I'm telling you, it's I'm coming off of it now. But you should have seen me. Tears rolled out my eyes. I mean, I know my house smelled like pure smoke. The kids ain't wake up yet. But yeah, man, leap year is amazing. So I'm gonna give you a little bit of tidbits of leap year, where my research had led me to understand what leap year is, which got me to this point, to where I feel as if every leap year I need to do me a meditation for at least 3 to 4 hours. I'm going to say 4 to 5. People say, oh, you're meditating too long, you're being hard on yourself, you're being hard on your body. Well, goddamn it, if you're breaking the plane of the ocean, going down to the deepest, darkest recess, and you're losing sleep, you're losing air, it's compact down there. Science tells us that it's compact. So you're hard on the body regardless. But to tell you what I've been reading up on leap year. So leap year is the one emotional time. The number that leap year is going to represent is going to make 11, because it's the 29th. You got the 9, you got the 2 that make it that make 11. So that's the number of awakening, paying attention to stuff, acknowledging things, right? So imagine if you can get inside your own head and you can gain knowledge of what's inside your own soul. But let's not look at the goodness of it all, because every day we strive to be good. Let's get down there to the bottom, the pit, the darkness, the stuff that we can't touch on a regular basis, and we gain knowledge of that existence, of that negative spew, that tar, that muck, that gunk, that make us not so happy people, that make us not so good people, that make us just a real angry person to go to, right? You go down there on leap year, and the Mayans, they had something. They say when they used to do that, this is the one day they would actually travel to the cave of Quintaquala, I would say, or the Jaguar Guard. I'm kind of confused and tired, but I don't know which one. So don't be like, oh, the Baron don't know shit. He don't know Mayan, Aztec mythology and lore. I don't. But I just was reading up over the years that they would go to the Jaguar God. They would venture into his cave on leap year in hopes of leaving offerings to him to get rid of all their negative soul, their negative portions and stuff, and to forgive, because just praying every day, oh God, help me forgive my enemies, oh God, help me forgive the ones who hurt me. That's cool, man. That's cool. That's on a daily basis. But how often, oh man, I'm starting to feel better. How often do you get to actually be able to have a physical link, a spiritual and a mental link that go down and really purge? So if you want to forgive your enemies, do you really want to purge? Or do you just want to say it in theory? Or do you really want to do it? This is on leap year. That's when you take your ass down there and you say, hey, forgive them. It's like taking a rag and cleaning off your lungs. Cleaning that muck out, that nice shining gold bowl. You just cleaning that oil, that tar that done built up. And you saying, forgive me, forgive them, and let me be a shining person, a shining example. You leave all that shit at the altar. And you know what? The Leviathan has no choice but to eat his own shit. That's right. The Leviathan has no choice but to clean it up. I don't know if, when I be talking, I don't know if it makes sense, because it plays in my head, and all the knowledge from the books I own and everything, it comes to me and I can say it, but I try to put it because the message be firing so fast inside my head to I just don't know how to relate it in English so fast, other than projecting images, and it plays out like a reel. But yeah, so over my course of time, I found out that leap year is the one year that is the one day that we can excuse me. Hey, greeting. February 29th, I should say, is the one day. Again, y'all gotta forgive me, because I told you I've been in meditation 4 hours, and it made me sick. I'm purging so much, and I asked to forgive everybody who ever hurt me, my ex-wives, children, friends, family. I just, Lord, forgive them who hurt me. Allow me to get this anger up out of me. And on leap year is the only day that you can truly access it. If you believe it and you truly want to forgive, but don't forget, trust me, pop one line, forgive, but don't forget. If you really want to do it, leap year is the day to do it. February 29th, February 29th is the day you do it. If you're not going to do it on that day, then you're just, not saying you don't really believe in it, but if you're not going to take the extra measures to get in your all white, to get your Bible in your hand, to get your towel, your whatever book, your Quran, whatever book, and you read those forgiving chapters. If you're not willing to do that, then you're not serious about cleaning the inside of your soul. You're not serious about being a shining, pure example for the world to see. You're not trying to be Christ-like, that chrysalis mindset, not the Jesus Christ biblical guy. I'm talking about the message that he brought to the world, the message that Allah brought to the world, the message that Buddha brought to the world, Gandhi, the message that Martin Luther King Jr. brought to the world, the message that so many people have bring to the world: forgive and let's not hurt each other. Forgive all my enemies. You read. I also read Psalms. I didn't read it because I was meditating in the circle. I was speaking the 23rd Psalm. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still water. He restores my soul. You got to understand that passage in that when it comes to leap year, the 29th. He restores my soul. He leaded me on the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil, for thou art with me. My rod, my staff, thy comfort me. You have to understand, this is on the 29th. When you read that verse today, February 29th, and you're going down to the deepest, darkest recess, that's the shadows, man. He's protecting you. He's giving you the gateway to go down there and get that clean. He leaded me on the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil, for thou art with me. That rod, that comfort me. I prepared the table and all that stuff. He says all that stuff. Anoint my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. This is the purge message. So I would say today, say the 23rd Psalm. Just say it throughout your day. Just say it. Get in there. Not everybody can go and meditate for 4 or 5 hours. Not everybody can find that peace in their life. But if you say it on today, you get that. That's the 23rd Psalms. I never knew about it, and I was taught it as a kid, and we used to say it all the day in Sunday school and church, and I never understood how to put that passage into my spiritual practice. But on leap year, that's the day I do it. As I walk throughout the day, I'm gonna be saying it because I truly feel in my heart, man, I'm starting to feel better. Woo. I truly feel in my heart that it's a time for me to purge all that hatred, that negativity, that anger out of me, so I can be a better person to humanity. I could be a better person to the mother of my children. I could be a better person to my girlfriend. I could be a better person to my twin. I could be a better person to my children, to everybody, to my employer, to myself. Hell, be a better person to you guys. You know, but what I just want to say, it's all about forgiveness. On leap year, it's all about forgiveness. Getting to that point where you can forgive, but don't forget, where you can get all of that. Yes, the 23rd Psalm, where you can forget all of that bullshit that people have hurt you, and you can lay it on the table and allow that to go, to be washed away. Because when that serpent, when he or she, depending, wiggles that tail and stirs up that settlement, breaking up that gunk and that muck, and it flies up for a little bit. That's why you got sick. That's why you get sick. And when it settled back down, that water is so crystal clear, and you're gonna float all the way back up. And Yemaya, the spirit of the top part of the ocean, whatever you want to call it, in your diaspora, is gonna be able to have her gentle water just wash you clean. You're gonna know you just been through some hell, because you come back up, and then you're gonna feel light. You're gonna feel light. You're gonna be able to breathe better. You're gonna still have the rigors, but you're gonna be able to breathe better, and things gonna be right. And then I guarantee, like today, my worst enemy, one of the people I considered my worst enemy, y'all, and I'm gonna be very transparent. I consider this person a really bad person, a really bad human. And I have to deal with this person today. Not financially, not relationship wise. I just gotta interact with this person in some form or fashion to which I dislike. And this person comes around every leap year. Cause this is like a direct, this person's energy pisses me off so bad sometimes that I have to find myself wishing the best for this person, because if I don't, I will wish that person to hell and back, just so I can see how to no good SOB look from dealing with the devil. If y'all know like I know, boy, that's a deep-seated But I gotta deal with this person today. And there was no other time for me to meditate and purge this shit up out of me, because I dislike what this person did to me. And this person just continuously haunts me. I don't know what I ever did to this person. Maybe I said something and just created an enemy unbeknownst. So I go down there and I ask God to forgive me for that. I say, remove that shit from my soul. Remove the fear, the sting, the hatred, the malice, all that stuff. And then you get tested on it. They bring you several people who you just can't stand. If you were married, you got an ex, they'll bring that person around and call you just to bitch and moan. If you have a coworker, that person, when you go to work, that person will give you hell, and then you have to make sure that the meditation and the prayer that you've done lends its way to lends its way to see, can you do it on the physical plane as well as just doing it down on the spiritual and emotional plane. The gods test you. The gods, the spirits, the saints, whatever you want to call them, they test you. If you take a trip down there, you're gonna be tested. You know, you take a trip to hell in all mythology. You take a trip down there to Hades, hell, whatever. As you come back out, you get tested right before you go back into the real world. Leap year is the same way. When you take that 4-hour meditation and you go down there and you purge your soul of all this negativity, you get tested coming back up. And just so I get a text message, this person is going to be around, and I have to be so nice and caring. No matter how nice you be to this person is always going to treat you like crap. You know, this is just their thing. Yeah. So it's just a thing, and you have to test it. You have to not let that person get to you. But that was just a little bit, y'all, that I wanted to say. I wish I had something more interesting. I don't know if this was interesting. I just had to say it coming from the meditation and everything, and I just had to let everybody know that this is something you do, because I've been looking online, and man, and everybody is saying, yeah, the spirit of forgiveness, correct. I've been looking online, and everybody been telling about how lucky today is and how prosperous you should be on a day like this, and how you can manifest whatever you want on a day like this. To me, and no shade, no offense, that's bullshit. Because a day like this is the day that you really tap into your Neptune energy, your Piscean energy, and you get down into deep emotions, man, and you have to get that shit about you. You have to purge. How else can we go down to the deepest recesses of our mind? On what other day of the year of our lives that we can get to the deepest recesses of our mind and get that shit up out you? Oh, you can always detox. You detox. Just to say this, I just read this. You can detox. You can detox on, and when you're doing retrogrades, you detox on the positive ions that's around you. People got to understand just how detoxing work. You don't detox emotions on a retrograde. You detox all the positive ions. I know I didn't understand negative ion, positive ion from all of the technology, the electricity. That's why all your electrical shit go haywire. Your phone, your email, your TV, your power grid. You detox on the electrical side, getting those positive ions from around you. That's why you have a salt lamp next to you, or you rub your body down with salt when you take your bath, because you're gonna get those electrical charges off of you, all that shit that bonded to you. Now, just like you would detox when it's retrograde, Mercury retrograde, and you detox it from all the electricity, all the magnetic fields that's been bombarding you, you do the same thing with your emotions on leap year. You go down there and you detox all the hatred, the negativity out of you. You get that shit up out you, man. So you can be a better shining human being, to be a better person. You know, they like that. It's this phrase, and I'm not gonna tell you where the phrase come from. You guys can look it up. When it says, you know, let not the golden bowl be broken. This is getting all the way down to Egyptian magic, because I got it up here. Let not the golden bowl be broken. How can you prevent that golden bowl from being broken? You got to keep it clean. You got to keep it polished so you can see it, so you don't trip on it. I'm just going to say, now trip on it, that means astral projection. Man, I wish. Let not the golden bowl be broken. Your golden bowl can only be broken because it represents your brain, your mind, your head. The golden bowl can only be broken if you take a trip. And if you tripping out, I'm finna bring it down to earth. If you're tripping out, you're tripping, that means right, your head ain't right. So if you break that golden bowl, if you trip on it, then you're in trouble. You lose your mind, you go crazy. My phone is at 5%, y'all. but I'm finna work through it because I'm about to end this right now in a second. So the way you keep that clean, you got to think about your golden bowl being sunk deep down into all your emotional pit, this anger, this malice, this destruction, all this hatred. Y'all hold on, I don't know if I could charge the phone because the damn thing is a certain way. Y'all give me one more. Oh my God. Excuse me. All this, my body is like tightened up and spasms every time I sneeze. Woo, that hurt too. Ooh, what was wrong with my liver? I had to get some. Listen, this purge is crazy, y'all. So let me get back to the golden bowl, because now that I'm feeling better, I want to talk a little bit. I want to teach. I mean, now it's all coming out. I'm still sweating, y'all. So when you talk about the golden bowl, you want to make sure the golden bowl is not broken. The golden bowl represents your mind, right? So the way you make sure that's not broken, you got to make sure the pathway and it's clear. You got to make sure it's clean enough so you can see it shining through all the muck and the mick that's down there deep in your soul from hatred, malice. Hatred, malice translate to what pours into your golden bowl, right? If somebody pissed you off 4 years ago, that shit is still up here. It's lingering. So this is why leap year is so important. I'm so glad Spirit just popped me back, because I'm calibrating my energy, and my ions are calibrating all the way back, and I'm coming back to being Eddie. I'm coming back to being the Baron, you know. So now you keep your golden bowl safe by keeping it clean and pure. I'm not talking about your soul. You got to keep that pure. You go down there, the golden bowl resides in your soul. So you go down deep recesses, get in the Olakun world, you get into the Leviathan world, you get it in the Typhon's world, you get all the way in there, and you clean that up, you shake that sediment, and you shake that bowl out like gold, like panning for gold. Clean that bowl and you sit it back, boom. As you come back up, that bowl is shining, so you're not going to trip on it. You're not going to make a mistake. You're not going to lose your cool. You're not going to be emotionally fucked up and stressed over certain situations of meeting people that hurt you or not doing what it is you got to do. I mean, it just works. So that's that. Now, another thing with the golden bowl, right? People don't understand when you talk about the golden bowl. I really should do a whole video on the golden bowl and let you guys know what it is. The golden bowl can also retain fire. Now, God, I love purging. It just clears me up, y'all. The golden bowl can retain fire. And with the golden bowl retaining fire, okay, this is will in the Jewish pantheon, the Kabbalah. It represents Shin. It holds everything together. And I'm finna get you some real, I'm finna combine science with magic and myth and all that stuff together right quick with this, what I'm just gonna tell you. So, when your golden bowl is clean, when your head is clean, you can set fire inside that golden bowl, aka willpower, aka Shin, aka all of this stuff, right? You can set all that stuff to all these emotions, this focus, this what I have to do, what I should do, what I need to do, right? You can set all that in motion and you can set the blaze. Now, as that fire is burning, aka Shin, aka will, aka desires, passion, moving forward, focus. Once that is doing its thing, now you imagine you have a shining golden bowl and you have fire coming out of it. And I'm going to relate this to a physical thing, and I want y'all to stick with me here. You relate it to the Olympian torch, that which has overcome such a trial period, that torch, that fire on that torch never goes out. And when they make it to the end, they light that golden torch, aka that bowl, to symbolize that I can do it. I have achieved. I have went through this trial, this perilous journey. I have achieved. And guess what? Now I can go to a higher heights because I'm doing my thing. That's what the 29th of February represent to me. Being able to go down to the deepest recess, remove all the sedimentations, clean my golden bowl, allow it to shine, allow it to resurface higher than what I've been through, because once that settlement settles, it's going to settle under that golden bowl, and it's going to bring you up higher and higher and higher to ascension. And that's what I got with this book right here. I read this book a lot, believe it or not. And I don't know if you guys can see it, but this is the chapter I was reading after my meditation. And I just let you guys see that right there. So I got a very big library in there, and I read, and I really do read all these books, and I meditate on certain things that Spirit tell me to go pick up and read. The principles of ascension. And you cannot begin to truly ascend unless you learn how to forgive and not forget. But you cannot truly ascend unless you know how to release that negative shit that's been holding you down. But I mean, it's so much. I'm doing a video on the Golden Bowl today. Once I get through doing my travels, I'm gonna my errands, I should say. I'm gonna do the video on a Golden Bowl today, and I want you guys to truly understand. I'm gonna tie it in with a lot of different things so you guys can understand how important the Golden Bowl is. Man, how important it is to keep it clean, to keep it filled just enough. You don't fill it completely, because you don't want that fire to blaze over and become egotistical and arrogant and an asshole. You just want it just enough to keep that fire burning. That 7-day oil, man. Oh God, now I'm teaching it now. The 7-day oil from the Jewish myth. Just to give you a prelude. So in the Kabbalah Jewish, they say that okay, they only had enough oil to burn in the lamp for one day. Miraculously, God came along with some divine property and principle, and the oil burnt for 7 to 9 days. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 days. Miraculously, it burnt. That's symbolic. That's a very symbolic thing. That where I only had enough faith, like inside the head, the heart, and the mind, I only had enough faith, and my faith was supposed to last for one day, because if it didn't last that day, I know I would surely die. That means that Jewish mysticism, Kabbalah verse right there, they was going to lose hope. But they band together and they lit that oil lamp. And then once that faith, their faith that it wouldn't go out and that God would protect them, the inner them versus the spiritual them, it lasted for 7 days. 7 days was the longest day, and it became the most beautiful day, because every day that oil stayed lit, that mind was focused, they grew. And they say if you can do something for 7 days, you can do it forever. And that's something. Look at how this number 7 play out. There's 7 holes in your head. 1, 2, oh, I'm sorry, hold on, I want to make sure I get it right. 2, 4, 6, 7. So there's 7 holes in your head, the perfect creation, Obatala. Okay, I'm trying to bring it back. There's so much knowledge, I want to bring it back. Now, all of that shit is related to your golden bowl. Now, there's a pataki in the Orisha pantheon where it says Obatala cannot drink. That means he cannot pollute his mind. That's why we need to be so spiritually clean up here, emotionally. That's why leap year is important. You get your ass down there and you get all that gunk and filth out your soul, so that that golden bowl can be cleared. You know, his creations was stolen. Believe it or not, Obatala created this and it was stolen because he got drunk. You know, what the fuck, man? The secrets are hidden in so many books and lore and myths that we don't read enough or figure out enough, and there's not enough teachers out here to teach you the right way. And I'm finna do a little shameless plug, you know, because now my energy is feeling so good. I'm feeling really good. There's a lot of spiritual teachers out here who would like to bash people, man, because their beliefs are not the same. One of my sisters says she takes care of her 7 hearts. That, oh, ooh, damn, 7 hearts? She's truly an empath. Jesus Christ. If she touched somebody, she's gonna lose it. She needs to wear gloves, man. I'm serious, cause oh. But so many people out here demonize other spiritual practices because they're not taught the traditional way or the way they feel they need to be taught. You know, that's bullshit. Spirit talks to everybody a different way. Your spirit, the universe may allow you a spirit that gives you the ability to touch somebody and see everything that goes on in their life and give you the message to relate it. Spirit may sit up there and say, okay, I want you to taste the color that's surrounding this person's chakra and tell this person if they're gonna get sick, is they gonna live, is they're gonna be lucky. But then when you teach something that you know, everybody sit up there and say, oh, he's wrong. He got it all crossed up. She's nuts. She's got it all crossed up. And a lot of us in the spiritual world, they demonize the Luciferians because they still thinking about that Christian mythos of the devil. Luciferian is technology. It's this. I typically don't follow the practice of Luciferianism because I kind of like to get away from technology. I'm really not tech savvy. But I know I live on this plane and technology is what's the thing. So I have to understand. I have to learn to understand technology in the Luciferian way. I'm not going to adhere to all their principles, something I don't agree with, something I do. Same things with voodoo. I love it. I love the principle. I love the culture. It's a beautiful system. Some things I agree with, some things I don't. Same thing with the Kabbalah, which I've been studying a long time. Got tattoos on me concerning the Kabbalah and all that stuff, John D and all that. Some principles I agree with, some principles I don't. But who am I to demonize anything that comes out of that teaching that spirit may have taught somebody else, may have allowed that person to see the light? Again, this goes back to understanding, forgiveness, and being willing to learn and adapt to each other. Because before the temple of Babylon was destroyed, we was all speaking one language. We was all getting up there from to go to the heavens of ascension, to which they had to break us up into the 7 continents. 7 continents. Wow. I don't know if it's 9 now. I think they done put some false borders around government. But yeah. So that's just a little bit. I'm rambling now because I'm getting my faculties back. I'm feeling good. What else can I say? Now hell, now I want to just talk. So, oh man, I'm feeling good, y'all. What else can I say? God damn, y'all ask me a question. Hell, I'm in a good mood. So another thing I would like to talk about is astral projection. Since we are on the golden bowl. Astral projection. I'm going to dive into that a little bit for everyone. So astral projection is one of my sisters said she take, oh yeah. Yes, YC. So astral projection. Now, you'll be surprised to know that everybody can astral project. Every single person can astral project on the planet. It's just that we're not tapped into ourselves enough to astral project, and when we do astral projects, we get a spirit guide that take us to our desires. We take it. That's why when you go to sleep and you astral project, you find yourself having sexual rendezvous with people you don't know or people you want to deal with or your fantasy person in your mind, because once we astral project, we're so free, we shoot our ass all the way up there. And you're right. What's the first towards? Yeah, to live and let live. That's right. And to have an open mind and not hate, because that's true. That's how we all got to do. It's enough hatred right now with all of us in the world. But when we begin to astral project, I want you guys to understand, because I astral project a lot, and I have learned to turn my astral projection to where I don't need to be asleep to do it. I can literally, and I don't have to go into a trance. That's amazing in itself. I get astral project, and that's why when you guys watch some of my readings and my videos, I can like close my eyes or open my eyes and literally walk through other people's houses and see where that trinket lies that that spirit want to show me. I literally go there to the point I went into a burning building one time. I wasn't burnt, but I smelt the smoke, the fire. And I say, hey, if you go here, this is where your ancestors' ring is. Get that ring. That's the only thing you need. And the person rediscovered a fortune that rebuilt their life off of that ring. I didn't upload that video because that person didn't want it to be uploaded because that person was kind of famous. And I'm like, I'm not. She said don't do it, and I did it. But I had to learn over the course of years, man, how to control. And I'm gonna be transparent again. When I first started astral projecting, man, I was flying around with Scottish people, big burly white guys with full beards and axes and Viking looking mofos. Then I go to astral project. I go to Africa, and I'm sitting up there, sitting around the fire, dancing with the Kenyans and shit on the astral plane, and I'm looking like they like 90 foot how tall, and I'm just 1'2", and I'm trying to jump around the fire and sing the little shoulder dance and do the jumps and call down the spirit, and I'm like loving it. Then I say I'm going over there to Asia. I'm sitting up there astral projecting, sitting on the back of a dragon like Goku. How many people can experience that? But I had to learn that over the time of years. You're right, it was fun. Then, when I got into my darker side and I was astral projecting, I was spying on my baby mamas. I was doing all that kind of malice shit, standing outside their windows. I'm astral projecting, hiding in their closet, see if they dealing with anybody. And I'm being transparent. Y'all can judge the Baron all you want, but before I got super enlightened, I was just as low level as every goddamn body else, learning how to use a new power, destroying shit, being bad shit, hexing, all that stuff there. I did it. I had to get asked for forgiveness over the course of 7-8 years, but it happened. And then it's when I realized how powerful astral projection can be outside of the dream state, but in our waking life, this is a precognitive deal. When you can turn your astral projection into a precognitive deal, man, you win it. And right now with leap year, clean your soul, you can float high, go to the top. Man, you can astral project your ass off. People call it remote viewing, scribing, doing this. You can go to different worlds, different universes, different everything, and see what it is you need to see. Like right now, I'm living 3 days in the future, right? I bet you say, Baron, how the fuck you end up living 3 days in the future? I'm living 3 days in the future, so everything that's gonna happen, I'm kind of knowing. And I'm like, how the hell do I know this? And there's, how can anyone astral project? All right. Let me tell you, the best way anyone can astral project, and I'm gonna tell you, when you want to astral project, don't do all that clear your mind shit. You clear your mind, you're gonna end up in the land of Nod. Okay, you're nothing. When you want to astral project, only thing you have to do is will yourself to go to that place in your mind. And once you will yourself to go to that place, that part of your soul which is connected with the silver cord, oh man, here it goes. I'm telling secrets again. That silver cord that's connected to your navel, your mortal coil, it can extend, and that astral projection soul of yours goes on that line. As long as you don't cross that silver cord with anybody else's, you're good. It's like on the Ghostbusters. That's symbolic when they shoot that thing out and they go after that ghost and they doing like this and they like, do not cross the beam, black man from Ghostbusters. As long as that silver cord don't cross, you're good. And once that, and so you think about it and you want to will yourself to that place. Like right now, they call it imagination, but if you will yourself and you go to China, you will yourself to go to China to look up who got the first coronavirus. I can do it right now. Who got the first coronavirus? Who is the thing that's going on? So now I close my eyes. I'm seeing an Asian dude looking to the left with a halo around his head. Okay, it was divinely guided. Now he's looking back around because he warned everybody about the coronavirus to where he died. But what you're saying, dude? It was by design. It wasn't supposed to get out. He made it. So this is the results of this is results of an animal. He say a dog or something. He's telling me it's the result of a dog. I don't understand how that happened because I love animals. So that's astral projection, aka remote viewing, aka seeing somebody. Now, if you want to go to the astral plane, that's something totally different. Astral plane, there's different rules. Everything works in reverse on the astral plane. Again, I'll share a quick story. When I was first learning, and I first learned how to go to the astral plane, and by the way, a white guy from Ireland taught me how to understand the astral plane as far as going there. Everything is all yellowish, purplish, amarillo. Oh fuck.